The truth behind VR is it's the next step in the evolution for gaming. And it all boils down to immersion. Immersion is one of the key factors into making a game. Fallout 4, Escape from Tarkov, Red Dead Redemption 2, they all have this immersive experience that get players addicted, but it's not truly an immersive experience. Immersion, by definition, is of a computer display or system generating a three-dimensional image which appears to surround the user. See, you have a screen and a mouse and a keyboard, and that's it. That's all you have to be immersed in the game, other than maybe headsets. But VR takes it a step further by surrounding your peripherals with audio and a big screen on your face that you can use to manipulate where you look by using your head. Also immerses you further by allowing your entire body to be used as a controller. You don't need a mouse and keyboard to look around in game, you use your entire head and body. But that's not the only thing that allows immersion in VR. You give the player a much more immersive experience by making the player move with their hands in the Z, X, and Y axis. Using your hands and gripping the controller you have, you bring that fine line between the real world and a video game into much more of a blurry area. Because as humans and in our history, we use our hands for mostly everything in our life. So if you want to be a badass knight in blade and sorcery and slicing people down, giving the player the ability to grip items like weapons, tools, furniture to defeat enemies, you allow that immersion to become the core part of your game, which then becomes more addictive as you play further and further into the game. Now, there are some things in VR that are still a little tacky and still a little bit similar to playing with a mouse and keyboard. For example, there are buttons on your controllers. Obviously, you need buttons to be able to tell the game if you're gripping something, if you're trying to jump, if you're trying to move. And obviously, we won't get to that level of immersion yet, but I think within the next 5 to 10 years, we will see something similar to Ready Player One, where we have gloves to grip stuff and restrain it and feel like we're actually gripping it. Texturized stuff where your fingertips will actually feel the texture of items in game. Hell, maybe we even get that 360 treadmill that people have been trying for, but not as expensive, because obviously that shit is really expensive. But it's not just the immersion that's making me addicted to VR, and it's also not making other people addicted to VR. It's actually the generational step that we're going to be seeing for VR as a whole. You know how PC games back then in like 1998, 1997 looked really bad, but it was still revolutionary for its time? Guess what? We're seeing that now with VR titles. Imagine a time jump, essentially, of when the games from 1998 to like 2000 or 2010 see that and move it over to VR. For example, Half-Life Alyx is equivalent to the original release of Half-Life, because now Half-Life Alyx now is becoming the standard for what games need to have for it to be a full, complete game in VR. Same thing with Call of Duty. Guess what? You got contractors now. Same thing with Gmod. Guess what? We have a VR equivalent of that as well. Bone Lab. History is repeating itself right now, and now is the time to jump in and start playing VR games. The Quest 2 is only $250, and that is really cheap for a VR headset, but it's still damn powerful. And if you have a powerful PC and you connect that headset to the PC, you're gonna have a damn good time. Now, it will be a while before we see VR become, mainstream like other games, but it is getting there. And I have some games that I want to showcase to you guys real quickly before I end the video here. First of all, Blade and Sorcery. my god, this game is so much fun. I feel like this is the main game that people should get off the rip. You can understand the physics of the game. There's different types of weapons. You can also add in mods. It's mod friendly. You can go on a Nexus or mod.io, whichever one you prefer. You want to play a Star Wars character with a lightsaber? There you go. You want guns in a medieval world? Boom. There you go. Another game that I enjoy thoroughly, even though it's a pain in the ass right now, is Ghost of Tabor. Fuck, dude, what? Oh my god. The only reason why I say it's a pain in the ass is because Ghost of Tabor with the Quest 2 is a little janky because the controllers have these IR sensors and it's that ring that you see on the Oculus Quest 2's controller. Guess what? When you try to ADS, the controllers overlap each other and the Quest 2 can't really decide if they can see the left controller or the right controller, which makes it difficult to ADS in that game. Other than that, I hope the developers fix that soon because it is a great extraction shooter game. Half-Life Alyx. Need I say more?
Oh boy. Getting dark again.
Oh, careful, careful! Alex? Alex, you still there?
Well, I will say, damn. Oh, the details of this is fucking crazy. Even when you put your hands near the guardrail, it's meant to be immersive. It's absolutely absurd. And seeing that bird. Hi, Mr. Bird. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, I see. Whoa. I see now. That's a fucking rat I see. Oh, the rat's still alive. Oh, that's... Ew. Cool, but ew. It's basically Half-Life 2.8 at this point, or 2.9, whichever number you prefer. It's never going to be 3, though. That's just the bottom line. And last but not least, obviously Bone Lab. Now, Bone Lab right now is not really in a good spot, but once the update comes out with new content, a polish of the engine, and the physics engine as well, you're going to see a whole bunch of new mods release, and you're just gonna see a whole bunch of players enjoy their time. Now, enjoy VR, because we're gonna see the next step of VR games and titles come out, and I am super excited to see what is in store for gaming for 2024. And that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, press the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy the kind of content you're seeing right now, and also press the notification button so you can always get notified whenever I post a video up or whenever I post on the community page, because I usually do that a lot. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll check you guys out later. Deuces, take care, everyone.